In this tutorial, I will show you how you can monitor a network device through SNMP with EventSentry. After you open up the management console, the first step in monitoring a host is of course to add it to a group. In this particular case, we'll pick the heartbeat group since we're monitoring a device that's not a Windows server or workstation. The quickest way is to simply select the group where you would like to add the computer to and hit the Add Computer button. In this case, we'll give it a descriptive name such as printer and hit OK. You'll notice that the printer shows up right here right away, and unlike the other two symbols, there is no IP text here inside the icon, implying that regular name resolution will be used to contact and to locate that printer. In this particular case, printer is not a valid DNS host name, so I'm going to manually specify an IP address here, which is useful. And you can also specify nodes here. In this case, we'll just call it network printer, and we'll hit OK. We'll see here that the little IP symbol just showed up. The next step after we've added a printer is that we want to make sure that the printer is actually reachable from the management console, from the host that's running the heartbeat service here. So what we'll do is we'll select a group, we'll go to the ribbon here, and we'll select Check and Customize. This will show us all the hosts in the group, and we can now right-click the host and say Check Host. The management console is now checking the host via ping and also via SNMP. So we can see here everything was successful and SNMP version 1 was detected, and if we expand this column here, we'll see the system information returned from SNMP. The reason why it was successful is because this printer uses the public SNMP community, which is the default that EventSentry uses when you do not specify any other credentials. Of course, we can change that if you wanted to change the credentials. If you hopefully use a community name that is not public, then you can select the host again and click the Set Authentication button here. This brings up the little account manager, which lists all the currently configured accounts, of which we have 2. So if you select an account here and hit OK, you'll notice that the icon changes, and if you click the host again, you'll see the authentication that's associated with that printer. And of course, you can create your own new authentication as well by hitting the plus icon, giving it a descriptive name. In this case, we'll just call it SNMP public, and we'll give it a public community name. Hit the Add button. It's now in the list, and we'll select it here as indicated with the green arrow, and we can see here that the authentication changes to SNMP public. And as easily as we added it, we can also remove it again by simply hitting the clear selection button, and the key is gone now. Once the computer or the host is added and we verify that it works correctly, you can then decide what you want to monitor on that host. Of course, by default, ping checks are being performed as configured in the group. This is something we can see here. So we can see here this is a heartbeat group where the host is being pinged. No other checks are being performed, and there's some more advanced options here. And of course, you can also click the printer and override the heartbeat options on a per host level. So if we say this is a printer that's on our LAN and we really need more than just 50%, we can simply require 100% success rate, for example. And on top, of course, of the regular ping monitoring, you can also monitor disk space on hosts that support that. You can monitor the uptime, retrieve system information, and also monitor any SNMP counter that's available on that host. And you can do that with the packages monitoring, with the package assignment here. In our case, we already have an HP printers package that we'll just select here, hit OK, and once we hit the Save button, the heartbeat agent will monitor this host with the assigned packages. And if the reporting is configured for the web reports, that information will then appear in the web reports. Thank you for watching.